And as you can see, there's the Lion, there's the Jackal. I don't think there will be many roamers, which is kind of an interesting thing because Bank, right? This is a roamer-friendly map. This is one of the most roamer-friendly maps, and that's why you see Jackal played here very often. Yet with a Jackal Lion combo, do you think that Talon, or rather Ronin, is just going to forfeit the roam game, or are they going to try and invest in it? Probably scan them out and force the roamers to fall back. There's one roamer. We've got YOLO in small office, and he's going to be moving over to Archive. So he is going to be playing likely a very, very mobile roam game, except, of course, when you see that Lion pop. That's the first Lion we have seen in Pro League for this season, or just in general.
That is the first one we've seen. He goes out early. What a lot of teams in Brazil were doing as NVK does get the first kill. That's on the YOLO, so he'll get pinched, gets taken down there. Exactly in that spot. It's working in conjunction, as a lot of people have asked, and I think this is a very important topic, is what makes Lions so powerful? Well, a lot of people say just stay still, but that's not easy when you're getting flashed, or pushed, or jackaled, or rushed in by a shield.
YOLO just stood still just now, and what happened?
What is up, my coconut bras, and welcome back, and welcome to the new meta. Now in our first Pro League game of the season, where we saw Evil Geniuses take on Ronin, we saw some crazy new gameplay. And in Taro and Kicks, they just make some really good points about when to use Lion and why he is such a powerful operator. He had a 100% pick rate in the latest Pro League games, and I cannot wait for more and get more strategies. So we're going to just dig right into it, and we're going to get going with why Lion can be such an insanely powerful operator. And man, I've been saying it from the test servers, this Jackal-Lion combination is absolutely deadly. And it's not always as simple as just standing still in order to avoid him. And we're going to dig into that, and I'm going to explain it to you guys and show you guys how crazy Lion can be.
By Ronin right there. We'll have another Lion charge go out now, and that will stop them from moving. That buys you 4 seconds of that 7-second defuse time.
And it looks like it actually might go down. It doesn't look like Ronin are in position to counter the defuse plant, and it will be planted in default. That means Evil Geniuses need to hold the post plant. In a 4 versus 4, it's looking pretty good for the attacking team. And the last Lion going to be popped here. Canadian elsewhere will take out Talon. Ronin going to have to struggle to get this retake.
And you see how they use those 3 Lions.
The first one for roam hunting to eliminate the singular roamer of YOLO in combination with the Jackal. That worked out beautifully for them. The second one to cover for the default plant in the corner, which normally is extremely easy to counter with C4 and gas canisters. You saw Ronin attempt it, but they got stopped by the Lion. The third one for the post plant to secure the round. A beautiful pace there for the Lion and Evil Geniuses. Overall, very well executed attack there, and Ronin clearly feeling that new meta.
Alright, so what we saw in the beginning of this clip was they popped a Lion as they were planting the diffuser. Now, as you're planting a diffuser in Pro League, it takes 7 seconds to plant it. In Ranked, it takes a little bit less. So if you are planting a diffuser while you pop a Lion, that pretty much gives you the plant, because people aren't going to want to move to go to counter it, even if they're aware of you planting the diffuser bomb. Once you get the bomb down, you're forcing people to move, and that is how you use Lion. A good team is gonna force the defenders to move. And I'm gonna just be blunt with you guys by just saying, oh, you can so easy to counter, you just have to stand still. That's only going to happen against really bad kids. In higher levels, that is not going to happen. You are going to have to move, and you are going to guarantee get wall hacked because you have to move, otherwise you lose the round.
Those defenders out of Red Hall using the lifeline.
And here's another thing that we've heard coming from scrims that you could see in the first round with Ronin and now as well with EG is you literally open everything up, because then if they track you through a wall, you can at least fight back.
Yeah, there is no wall.
There is no wall for them to get a bullet pen kill on you from.
Alright, so he sounds pretty OP now, right? So what's something that we can do in order to have a fighting chance? Well, one thing that they figured out in this game was, okay, let's just eliminate the walls. Then that way, at least if we're getting tracked, we're not getting tracked through a wall and they have an unfair advantage. At least now we can shoot back. So something that may be picking up in popularity is just completely eliminating certain sections of walls like you see here and just creating big giant rooms around the objective. Now this way, when anybody pushes, especially here on Bank with Lion, into the CCTV room from the server room, Now, when they get the bomb plant down and they activate Lion and you're forced to run to them, now you can see them and shoot back, and they won't necessarily be able to see you through all of these walls. So really curious to see how this is going to play out on other maps as well.
Didn't it come from Latin America?
It may have, but Flipside was the very first, I would say the predominant North American team in our scene to make it popularized. And then EG and Flipside scrimming each other a lot. They asked for credit. So I will give, they demanded credit, and they will get credit where credit is due. So if you are, if Flipside is listening, you get it. NBK struggling with that Valkyrie cam right now. Going upstairs is a site that seems to be...
All right, now getting into a tip that we're a little bit more familiar with. We're going to be doing a really nice Valkyrie camera over here on the SKYLIGHT stairwell. You can kind of tell from the clip below, I wasn't sure, he may have been wanting to throw this on top of the speaker. So if that's the case, then you can of course throw it a little bit higher. And you can see right here, even if somebody comes in and shoots out the speaker, there's a chance that the camera will just drop onto the floor and it will still be usable if they didn't happen to spot the camera. So pretty sneaky spot, couple different variations to use it on. I'm definitely going to be trying this one out.
EG probably won that ban phase just at face value. Now, take a look at what Ronin is doing right here.
I like this.
They are defending heavily inside of open area. You've got Billboard and 9line there. 9line will deliberately move too to try and draw people out.
But anyway, yeah, the angles they're using there, that can see all the way onto the teller's doorway. What was that? Billboard, an amazing shot through the drop down.
All right, now I was super stoked when I saw this. This is probably one of the more innovative MIRA setups that I've seen in a very long time. Now what we saw Ronin doing was defending the archives, and they had a double MIRA strat set up from the staff room looking into open area, but then also this one's looking through the small office, through the archives, and it can look all the way into the doorway that's going to enter the objective from the main lobby. This is such an insane angle. This is going through, let's see, 1, 2, 3 walls through a doorway into main lobby. And you guys can tell, if you're on the other side of these MIRAs as an attacker, this is going to be a very daunting task to take over. But then that's just the beginning. What we saw in the previous clip was using the left MIRA, and he was able to watch over the hatches and pick off a really nice kill on somebody that was on the floor above him. So whether they're entering from open area or just pushing through lobby, these MIRAs are going to completely shut this down. And look at these bullet holes that landed on the pillar all the way in lobby. You guys can see that MIRA, that's very difficult just to aim on, and these lines of sights through these walls are so cheeky. I'm really excited to try these out.
Above, 9line trying to light up Young will be partially successful, pushing him down to 75 HP. And he's going to have to reevaluate his push here. Luckily for him, though, he's got a hard destructor opening up those walls in the closet, or rather, the lockers room, so he has another potential rotation. Canadian...
Alright, now these lines of sight right here have been here since the beginning of time on Rainbow Six. I figured since it's the first game of Year 3, Season 1 of Rainbow Six, and they're still being used. And we saw in this game one guy get insanely lit up, who's Blitz, who's arguably one of the better operators now, and a second one later on that we're going to show. They're still usable, and people can still not just fall for it, but are forced to push through this area. And so these lines of sight are going to make it very difficult.
Potentially cover any rotates and keep the droned out defenders in their same positions.
Canadian from above goes down. Will he be finished off? Talon trying to come up from the flank, but it's not going to happen. Billboard will finish Canadian using a shotgun.
All right, so this one right here, we're going to be watching from the bomb site, and this can watch not just the bottom of the staircase, but pretty much this entire hallway depending on where you are. Now, one thing to keep in mind when using this one, you got to keep a close eye on this west window because your back could be susceptible to shots. And you can't say using this spot is not very good anymore, because what we just saw was arguably the best player in NA get taken out from this exact location. So great one to keep in mind, and also keep in mind that this entire floor is destructible. So you'll be able to adjust and use your line of sight depending on where they are in the hallway.
Of that line to be able to find where the roamers are, and it's just NVK who's going to be holding a very tight angle. But that ACOG, they trade. Oh my goodness!
Leave it to NVK. Winning that fight in a sense, well, at least exchanging in that fight, despite not having Jaeger's ACOG anymore. playing a very long, aggressive angle, and I think the most miraculous thing about that is he just adjusted as he was being peaked. So, bad timing, still manages to recover it. You got to think that if he hadn't moved, he might have just won the fight outright.
Alright, so since Lion is absolutely wrecking roamers, this is a great fallback spot if you get pinched and you need a place to hold up. Now, keep in mind, when you shoot these pots and pans and plates, this could be different looking on their screen than it is on yours. So you may not be holding like an insane pixel peak underneath of a plate, but this is a great fallback spot. And if you get lucky, maybe it'll just hide your head just enough in order for you to get the nice headshot off.
You gotta imagine it's a little bit too late to use that angle, especially considering you have Canadian with the C4 from below. He's gonna get the kill. Billboard goes down. It's all cookies as he rushes in, gets one at the top of white stairs. Can he get a second? No.
Alright, now I've been saying this forever, and literally every single game that I see, it holds true. And what I always say is that Canadian is the Nitrocell daddy. He is the master of C4s, man. He's constantly picking guys off with late Nitrocells, early Nitrocells, you guys name it, anywhere on the map, he can pull it off. It's absolutely amazing. So what we saw here was a really late roam, and one of the most common areas to be pushing into the objective on dorms is through this hallway. So what he was able to do was rotate around and pull off a very unsuspecting Nitrocell throughout this entire destructible hallway.
Or he was able to use his C4 to deny the bomb plant, or rather the defuse plant. There were a lot of things they did right in that round. A lot of it comes down to luck and timing, but that's the nature of a rush strat, and they played on that luck, and it worked for them.
This is not meant to be said in a pejorative way or dismissive way of Ronin, but one of the reasons why Ronin does so well is exactly this. 9-line spawn peeking as an echo. You've got Talon going for a juiced out run out from rear stage and back tower. This is the Ronin that excels well. Look at how Cookie's taking out NVK. You've got a team that literally just does things that other teams don't do, and it works. You know, they jump out of windows, they go for spawn peaks, they take those brazen plays that completely upend the strategy of the attackers and the defenders. They just did it, it worked, they're doing it now, and look at that, it is working yet again, and that gets under the skin of your opponents pretty quickly.
Alright, so what we saw a little bit too late from Ronin in order for them to pull off the comeback was just some really unorthodox plays. What we saw was Echo get a spawn peek from that first window, and then we also saw the YOLO Doc, who juiced himself up, jumped out of the watchtower second floor and laid down and went prone and watched for the spawn kills on construction. Unfortunately for him, there wasn't anybody to pick off, but this is actually not a bad one because it's a very easy rotation to get back into the watchtower. So a really good one to keep in mind. I mean, I'm definitely going to be going for the juiced up YOLO Doc spawn kill rushes out of the second floors. Super excited to try it out. But anyways, let me know what your guys' favorite tip of the day was. But not just that, what do you guys think of this current meta? Now, Lion 100% is going to get a nerf, but in the current state, what do you guys think about the game so far? Now, at the end of this clip, instead of leaving the end of the game, I'm actually going to leave one of the most exciting rounds. It was a 45-second round of Ronin rushing, and it's pretty much just sums up the new rush meta. I love you guys all. See you guys all very soon in the next video. Peace.
So you've got a Blitz, a Lion, and a Dokkaebi, and they're just going to immediately pop that, and they're just probably going to sprint right in. I imagine that this is going to be a very fast round no matter who wins.
Yeah, absolutely. 9-line catching Pulse off guard in the main lobby. Talon from behind using that DMR will get the headshot. Canadian goes down, and here comes the rush. Ronin already inside of Laundry, forcing these defenders back as the mirror windows go up. Young through the wall will get the kill though. Cookies reciprocates as he pushes through the main hallway. And Ronin, for the first time, looked like they have a chance and their own dominance in this match.
This is a wonderful cheese strat that we see right now, but EG is able to come up. Billboard eliminating Necrox. NVK takes it out. Ronin, what? That took 45 seconds, and that round is over. Leave it to Ronin to just bulldoze inside of the site. They are finally on the board. It will not be a 10-0 for Evil Geniuses. They take it in what is one of probably the most bizarre rushes I've ever seen